carried us through so many situations. We have laughed together. We have commiserated together. And we've shed a few tears together, I would say, over the years. And I still miss her. It was really hard for me to see her go on to a new experience. Marie was so flexible. If we had to enroll all those kids, she would spend that extra time once the kids were old enough that she could do that. And she knew that along the way, well, at least we hoped, that we would try to make it up. Yeah, along the way as well. So much ability there. But I think we held on to her because, for one thing, if we hadn't managed to get computers, I think she would have left the whole child development program long ago. But boy, once that computer came, that gave her a new challenge. And I know how much you enjoyed that. And boy, I tell you, she didn't know how it worked or what it was. She'd sit down and she'd figure it out. But she did kind of intimidate me a little bit, because I remember her telling me that you could wipe out everything. And so when I first went to use the computer, it was like, oh my gosh, Marie will kill me, even though she wasn't working for me anymore. With me. I don't like that word, for. I thought, oh my gosh, what if I wipe everything out? And so it's like, you know, when it didn't explode when I first turned it on, I felt I'd really made strides. Now I can pull up the scrogs. I'm so excited, and now I've learned to use CC nail. There's hope. And Madeline has helped me learn on WordPerfect. I'm beginning. Now I can shift F7 and print it out loud. But before I got that far, I lost 13 pages of information because I didn't know how to save it. Anyway, Marie, you have been a delight. You continue to be a delight. And I'm so lucky to have known you and worked with you.
Now, Miss Gwen Martinsell, her 15th director.
She broke us all in really well. And I have to second all she said for training us all. We still think, well, only we could ask Marie. I have to call her up and bother her. Well, I sort of thought, what would I say? Because how could we say so much? But I was making her corsage last night. And I thought, this is sort of a good point. I don't know if you all got a chance to look at it. Number one, there are no flowers in it. And it isn't because I was cheap.
Well, that's
part of it. But we've had this all these years of people wanting to be nice to Marie, and parents would love to bring her something. They put these beautiful roses on her desk, and other people would bring flowers. And she's violently allergic to these flowers. So she would always wait till everybody go, then she'd walk with them. And we all kept forgetting. Even I would forget, and I'd leave them out there. And so I want to make sure that she didn't have any flowers under her nose. And then I thought, now what can I make them out of if they're not flowers? I didn't want to put artificial flowers in there. I thought, aha, I know the perfect thing. I was privileged to work with a fellow chocoholic. And we kept each other's supplies of chocolates, always. And the best Christmas present she ever gave me was a case of peppermint patties. I kept them under my bed. I pretended I didn't have them, but I took them out when I really needed them. So made it out of chocolate kisses, because kisses is what she needs. Deserves. The other thing, there's a pin on there of children. And I hope she'll wear that with thoughts of us. She has been so wonderful with parents and children, patient and counseling, and just listens. I've never seen anybody who would just sit there and just listen to everybody, and everybody get up and felt they felt so much better, and it was really because she was just listening in a responsive way. So I'm sorry. I wanted for her to know how much she's meant to children and families in our sectors, not just our center, but both centers. The other thing is the banner says, attitude is everything. When I saw that, I thought, that's Marie. You know, you can feel blue, you can feel burdened, you can feel stressed. But if you go in there and you say, say, this is going to be a good day, and that's what Marie has always done. And I'd be going, ranting, I don't know what to do, and I get rid of all this paperwork, and if I can only do this, and she'd say, let's do it. I always love when she said, let's do it. I said, oh, Marie, it's going to be too much work. No, let's do it. And she'd go back there, and she'd just mess with stuff, and she'd come out with these beautiful things. And it was wonderful. I could just sort of float my ideas over her, and that was really great. She would do it. And the attitude, of course, I think is just priceless in anybody. And I know that's your whole life. You're just a very positive person and accepting and supporting of everything. I just can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
Well, as I went around and let each of you know, and this is an opportunity if someone else would like to come forward and say something and share what they remember, and they particularly would like to say to Marie, is there one brave folk here?
She's got a lot of comments on film.
I know, a lot of comments are on film, and everyone's been writing messages too.
I'd like to say something.
Come on, I knew there'd be a right, but I
can talk to you here.
Sure.
Stop. Up there.
Marie said, don't you believe it? Come on up.
She doesn't go share.
I just have some comments on what was said. As far as being unique is concerned, I wish as a family we could share some uniqueness, but we can't. And I'm so happy to see these slips of paper out for everybody to write on their scorecard. I can't. You'll come probably. You're real ready. But we do a lot of laughing and teasing. We're loud and all that stuff. Right. And she does the work. She's real good. And the attitude all through this problem she's had. But she's kept us up. Her attitude is great. We were sitting there one day, we talked to her, Betty and I was taking her to the emergency hospital. Betty says, Marie, get out there. You're not supposed to be doing this. You're supposed to be taking care of us. And she remembered that. And we're going to hold her to it. But attitude, she has a wonderful attitude. And after this lady's remarks, how about teaching me quicker?
She will.
Gloria, I just commented, she walked up without her shoes on. Suzanne said, it must be a family thing.
Wearing shoes in your family. But our father started it.
Okay.
How about anyone else? Oh, let's know. Okay, we have a few lovely some presentations. And Diane, first is a resolution.
Now, she was waiting for this.
She was
And she has her
our
20-year pin on.
resolution, and you have a chance to see it. Thanks to Becky and Madeline, and I'm not sure, I hope when you hear what it says, you'll be, okay. Whereas Alice Marie Waters has demonstrated exemplary service to Rancho Santiago College for more than 22 years and knows everything you ever wanted to know about RSC. And whereas Alice Marie Waters has trained the directors, coordinator, most clerical staff, and even a mouse she once kept in the typewriter. I mean, she got desperate to try to train something. Mouse with stuff. All your secrets, Maria, I have to tell you, all your secrets are coming out. And whereas Alice Marie Waters has always listened patiently and generously advised everyone, especially when a child needed to be taken off milk. And whereas Alice Marie Waters was born with a super mechanic gene and has always been able to fix everything, from toilets to typewriters to vacuum cleaners. And whereas Alice Marie Waters has been a loving, involved grandma, which has let her be a kid as well, which she's always said, I'm just a kid, has voiced great pride in her family and heritage, and yet has been so well able to model the separation of church and state. In parentheses, rum balls are under church edict, but chocolate belongs to the state. Therefore, be it resolved that Alice Marie Waters be honored as our beloved colleague, whom we wish well in her retirement. And it's signed Gwen Morgan Bazell, Gloria Guzman, and Vivian Blevins, our chancellor. I couldn't bring the mouse with me. Okay, and then what happened?
Marie Beth called me and said, don't give me any presents. And I said, don't tell me what to do. So we have a very unusual, we have a sort of an award. This is an award. And you probably never heard of this before. And it sounds, we have to turn it both ways.
Both ways, yes. Well, if I may say so, in higher education, many people endow chairs, and you might initiate a peace studies program or whatever it might be. Well, we weren't quite in a position to do that. And working with preschool-age children who are rather literal, we thought about what would be a gift to make in Marie's honor. Tree came to my mind because where I'm now working, we have very few, and we could use trees. But Santa Ana Campus Center, I don't think they really needed a tree. So we thought, well, since we are working with preschoolers and some of us are a little bit literal, how about a chair in Marie's honor? So we would like to show you, you may get to sit in it for a little while here today, the Marie Waters Chair, RSC 1974 to 1996. And it's really super duper. I'm just sorry you weren't here to really get to sit in it. Walk around. Just and it goes up and down. That's all it is. I don't know how. Yeah, round and around. Oh, this is the official. Is this the official that will show up in the newspaper here?
Just press it. Oh, open it.
Open the thing.
There. Slide.
They're about as good at taking pictures as I am.
I handed it to her.
Uh-oh, sorry. Are we supposed to smile? Oh, burglars? Ah, yeah, right. Uh-oh, I'm seeing all these cameras looking around. Are you looking?
Are you have it all the way open?
Okay.
Slide it over there. Try it again.
Up.
Sorry. Well, I'll take somebody else's picture. There,
Okay.
see?
Anyway, so,
Change chairs.
yeah. There we go. Yes,
You'll have to come and visit your chair.
you do have.
You have visiting privilege. Yeah, I kind of thought, was a really neat idea with the chins and getting anything.
That makes her have to come and visit.
That's what you said, aren't you?
Okay, now you also know there are books and photographs going around, and we've all been writing things. At the very end, I'm going to give you the book of compilation of what's been written today, all really about you. And now we have a very special entertainment from one of our colleagues.
She still thinks we're having too good days.
We've been lucky to have among us someone who has been in Toastmasters for more than 20 years, and her favorite type of speech is a humorous speech, and she was willing to share one with us today.